Welcome to the Life on Your Terms podcast with me, your host, Tracy Liv Howard. My intention is that each episode helps you remember who you are and serves to inspire and support you to reach your most important goals and live life on your terms. Let's get into today's episode. In this episode, we're going to talk about why so many millionaires are unsatisfied. And why you might be unsatisfied no matter how much money you're making or how much financial growth you're experiencing, that it's just never enough, and what to do about that. So let's get into it today. I know the people I coach, the entrepreneurs I work with, even myself and my husband, we want to make $1 million in revenues or income a year. We have this goal of making a lot of money that's going to give us financial freedom. It's going to give us this peace of mind. It's also going to signal to us that we're doing a great job. And it's fun to have a goal like that in business. Many people have a big financial goal to make millions. But being a millionaire and not being satisfied, not being a millionaire and not being happy, being a millionaire and always feeling anxious and not good enough, gross. No, we don't want that. We think that making $1 million is going to feel incredible and we're going to be alive and fulfilled and enough in our millions, and we want this. And yet, why don't we feel that way? Why not when we're making multiple six figures or more in our business, that it's just not enough? And is this a curse? I think a lot of people I coach and I work with think, am I always going to feel this way? This kind of emptiness inside. This feeling like just when I reach that financial goal, I want more. And at some point, we're exhausted. At some point, we're thinking, God, can I just enjoy my life? Can this just be good enough? And I want to tell you right now, yes, it can be good enough. And here's how. So the obvious reason why millionaires or people I've coached or people I've spoken with are unsatisfied is that they're looking for money to fill that satisfaction and enoughness inside of them. I know it sounds corny. I know that you're going to listen and say, oh, you're talking about enoughness. But at the end of the day, we could take money, we could take alcohol, we can take sex, we can take drugs and try to have it fill that void within us to be enough and be fulfilled and be satisfied. And so we call this in the spiritual realm being the hungry ghost. When we ever are experiencing a dynamic in our business and in our life where we don't feel enough, it means we're a hungry ghost. That no matter how much, quote, food or nourishment we put into our mouths and into our bodies, what happens to a ghost that's eating food? The food just falls to the floor. The ghost is eating the food and the food falls to the floor. It doesn't go anywhere. There is no stomach. There is no heart of a ghost. There is no digestive system. So the food just falls away. And no matter how much money we're making and we putting into our system, it falls to the floor. We're a hungry ghost, never satisfied. So that's one piece to really understand about ourselves when we're thinking about why we hit a goal financially, or we're making millions, and then, oh my God, I've reached a goal and I don't feel good about it. Interesting. So hungry ghost. The second is and this is a dynamic all the time that comes up in coaching. So many people feel that if they have enough, it's going to dampen their drive. So they have learned to whip themselves with their goals. If they don't have a whip, meaning if they're not saying you're not there yet, you're still lacking, it's not enough, you've not reached your goals. If they don't have that whip hitting them in the back, they are afraid that they don't have anything to drive them, drive their ambition, drive their success, get them up in the morning. Most people are addicted to anxiety, addicted to this anxious anxiety feeling. And they're saying that is correlated to my success. And if I don't have anxiety, then what am I going to do? If I have enough, doesn't that just mean I'm content with life? Doesn't that just mean, everything's great and, oh, I've got this money coming in and, oh, fine, I'll just get a coffee and take a walk today and I just won't really care. Check your premises, guys. Check the story you're telling yourself. Check the beliefs that you're holding about success. This is what will take you to the next level. It's so easy to judge our success in a very narrow lens, judging it as if I'm whipping myself or if I'm feeling not good enough or in lack, then there's no other way to create financial success, money, millions. Come on, guys. I know you're not that narrow in your thinking. I know that you understand the law of attraction. You understand that when you're feeling good and feeling grateful, feeling that gratitude coming through, feeling that just abundance in your life, that is going to attract more abundance. It's going to attract more abundance. And so I think what the premise of what I want to share with you on this episode is that the goal in our life is not to lose the plot, is not to lose the ultimate focus of why we do what we do. You and me are not making our money or our millions in order to feel good. The issue and the biggest thing is that we ultimately need to feel good and feel satisfied and feel enough in order for more of that to come into our world. Wayne Dyer has a great quote. He said, if you want to make more money, and that's what you're putting out there, then you're signaling you're in lack, and more lack comes to you. It could be lack financially, but it could also be a lack feeling. So if we're never enough, well, Wayne Dyer says, well, you're signaling that there's not enough. And so more not enough-ness comes to you. And so it's really important with money and success and entrepreneurship to get to the root of this dynamic and really stop, to really pause and think, wow, I've been caught in this story and this feeling and experience for years. I am not where I really want to be. I might be making good money. I might be making progress every year. But this feeling of anxiety, this feeling of lack and not enoughness is not something that I want to be in my life. I would love to be a millionaire in gratitude. I would love to be a millionaire in enoughness. I'd love to be a millionaire in excitement and enthusiasm for my work. Could that be actually who I'm meant to be becoming next? All right, so money is not what's going to make us satisfied. It's going to be our state of being within. Our state of being within is going to say, my enoughness is coming from my connection to myself, my feeling of aliveness, my heart center, my trust, my belief that for today, wow, my life is amazing and I'm so grateful and more, please. One of my very, very early coaches in my entrepreneurship journey, she always said, thank you, more, please. And she said it not from a place of the hungry ghost. She said it from, thank you so much, so grateful, so enough, and you're welcome to send more my way. And so this is your journey. This is not just making money at a deficit of spiritual enlightenment. It's about making money and being on a journey of spiritual enlightenment, making money and living an awakened life, making money and being connected to your higher self. And every day that you're doing that and working on your interior, on your inner life and your outer life and outer purpose, you will be living life on your terms. I promise you. And so for today, think about what this episode brought into your life, potentially a new idea, a new breakthrough, or maybe re-listen, because it's really going to be about that shift within yourself and your interior life to be a millionaire that's satisfied, a millionaire that's growing, a millionaire that feels so good. And thank you, more, please. That's where you're going next in your journey. Thank you for listening. I hope this spurred a lot of thoughts and ideas for you. Please bring this into your real life in some capacity, or drop me an email and let me know how you're doing. Talk to you soon. Welcome to the Life on Your Terms podcast with me, your host, Tracy Liv Howard. My intention is that each episode helps you remember who you are and serves to inspire and support you to reach your most important goals and live life on your terms. Let's get into today's episode.